Okay, I just want to say thank you so very much for allowing me to do this. What I'm doing now, I didn't necessarily like the quality of the past, the thing that I did in the actual studio. So what I did is I just brought it home to my regular studio here that I have at the house where I do all of my videos, and I wanted to do it all over again. So you have two options. You can utilize this video. I wanted to make sure that I'm not looking down and everything. I know that that's just not good. That's just not good showmanship, basically. So, I wanted to ensure that you all had um, a clean feed as well as a lot of great things to cut from. So I'm just going to do it all over again here. That way I can be looking directly at the camera. And then you may see my eyes divert a little bit because I'm actually reading right off of my screen. So just wanted to give that as a preference. And I mean, just as a warning, I guess. I don't know what I'm telling you. But I need to turn this off so that I don't have these really quick. So just 1 second, I'm gonna pause it. Okay, so now you see I've added one thing here, and we should be okay now. I hope that this is all right for me to do it like this. That way you, like I said, have a straight on, and it kind of produces some level of whatever. Okay, all right, so it's recording, and what I'm gonna do now is I am going to start the script, and you still please feel free to cut this up, and I'll do it as professionally as I can. I'll do take one, I'll do take two. That way you can cut it and have some splices so that you can make a clean cut for your production. Hopefully this works out for you. Hopefully the lighting is good. I've turned on all of these lights. I have lights on this side. I have regular light coming in from this side, and I have light coming down from me because I am a dark brother. Glory to God. All right. So just 1 second. Let me go on over, and I'll basically start. I'll start reading. Okay, here we go. The Reverend Newton Gabadon's Intercessory Prayer Ministry this year celebrated 23 years of faithfulness with the staging of its 23rd annual prayer breakfast. This event was held on the, do another take. This event was held on the 22nd of June at the New York JFK Hilton Hotel. I'll do that all over again. So take two. The Reverend Newton Gabadon celebrated, take three, my goodness. The Reverend Newton Gabadon's Intercessory Prayer Ministry this year celebrated 23 years of faithfulness with the staging of its 23rd annual prayer breakfast. The event was held on June 22nd at the JFK New York Hilton Hotel under the theme, Impacting Lives, Transforming Nations. So that should be good, okay? So that was point one. So that was part one. Here's the second part. Okay, second part, take one. Master of Ceremonies for the program, Dr. Robert Paris observed that over the years, IPMI has hosted several thousands of people from various denominations at its prayer breakfast, enabling the work of this ministry to continue to reach thousands of people throughout the U.S. and the Caribbean. Okay, so we'll do this next part. And this is the introductory of CB Peter Morgan. So this will be part three, okay? Now introducing, part three, take two. In introducing the first presenter and prayer leader, I'm sorry, it says in introducing the first presenter and prayer leader. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna say now introducing the first presenter and prayer leader, because whenever you read it, it doesn't really flow. So here's what I'm gonna do. So we'll do it like this. Take part three. Here we go. Now introducing presenter and prayer leader, Bishop CB Peter Morgan, past president of International Third World Leaders Association. Dr. Morgan is one of the fathers of the charismatic movement in the Caribbean and a board member of IPMI. Here's the next part. In positioning the audience for engagement, Dr. Morgan outlined 4 critical spheres of human endeavor for which he was asking everyone to seek God's blessing through the power of their prayer. These include, number 1, reducing global tension between nation people and the nation state. Number 2, restoring the sanctity of the home. The family that prays together stays together. Number 3, asking God to cover America during this election season. And then number 4, converging the link between Israel and the church. Okay, so there's that part. So this will be part 4, introducing Reverend Joel Edwards. I know it says right here in the script, the Reverend Mr. Joel Edwards. So what I'll do is I'll do both of them, because I don't know if that was an actual typo. I don't know if that was intentional. That's what he likes to be called. I don't know. So I don't want to offend. So I'll do this part twice. Okay. After an intense, okay, sorry. Let's stop right there one more time. It says, after an intensely prayerful engagement, those words don't necessarily flow. So if I can please be permitted to say, after an intensive prayer engagement, or an intense time of prayerful engagement, I'll say that, okay? Instead of an intensely prayerful engagement. Yeah, so to me, it just keeps on messing me up, okay? So here we go. Part next, I forgot which part we're on. I'm sorry. I think this is part 4. Yeah, part 4, section 4, take 2. Here we go. After an intense time of prayerful engagement, the guest presenter of this year's event, the strategic advisor with the Christian Solidarity Worldwide, the Reverend Mr. Joel Edwards, was invited to bring the word. His organization, which is based in the United Kingdom, spends a lot of time working for world religious freedom and human rights. He expressed his delight to once again travel from the UK to the United States to share with IPMI in its annual prayer breakfast. Okay, so that was take 2. This is going to be take 3. I will remove the Mr. after Reverend. Okay, here's take 2 of take 3 of part 4. I'm sorry, I'm messing up a little bit. Okay, here we go. After an intense time of prayerful engagement, the guest presenter of this year's event, the strategic advisor with the Christian Solidarity Worldwide, the Reverend Joel Edwards, was invited to bring the word. I'll do that all over again. I messed up over my words. Take next. Okay. After an intense time of prayerful engagement, the guest presenter of this year's event, the strategic advisor with the Christian Solidarity Worldwide, the Reverend Joel Edwards, was invited to bring the word. His organization, which is based in the United Kingdom, spends a lot of time working for religious freedom and human rights. He expressed his wonderful delight to once again travel from the UK to the United States to share with IPMI in its annual prayer breakfast. Okay. And here's the last part with, so this is part 5 with the presenting of the award. Here we go. IPMI President Reverend Newton Gavadon used this opportunity to present the 2019 Alexander Leslie Memorial Award to Miss Louise Scott of the Rehoboth Open Bible Church. She has been a founding member of IPMI and has contributed immensely to the continued growth and development of IPMI over the past 22 years. The award is in memory of the late Ivy Lynn Leslie, founding member of IPMI, who sat on the board until her passing in 2018. I'll do that all over again. I don't know if you heard that ding. I'm trying to get people to stop texting me during this time, but my goodness. So let's do this all over again, and this should be the last. This should be the last one. Okay. Start this all over again. Here we go, pages. All right, here we go. Last one, part 5, take 2. IPMI President Reverend Newton Gabadon used this opportunity to present the 2019 Alexander Leslie Memorial Award to Miss Louise Scott of the Rehoboth Open Bible Church. She has been a founding member of IPMI and has contributed immensely to the continued growth and the development of IPMI over the past 22 years. This award, take three, sorry. I put this award instead of this award. Okay, here we go. Next. Last time, last take. All right. IPMI President Reverend Newton Gabadon used this opportunity to present the 2019 Alexander Leslie Memorial Award to Miss Louise Scott of the Rehoboth Open Bible Church. She has been a foundation member of IPMI and has contributed immensely to the continued growth and the development of IPMI over the past 22 years. This award is in memory of the late Ivy Lynn Leslie, a founding member of IPMI who sat on the board until her passing in 2018. Well, I have been your host, Pastor Torian Scott. It has been a blessing to serve you. Have a wonderful day. Okay. So there is that. I don't know if you're going to use the last part as far as like, oh, I've been your host. So maybe I should do an introduction. Okay. So let me do an introduction really quick. Hey there, welcome to the recap of the 2019 IPMI Annual Prayer Breakfast. My name is Torian Scott, and I'll be your host, just giving you some insights and give you some highlights of what went on in this year's Annual Prayer Breakfast. So there's one. I can do another one. Hello, my name is Torian Scott. I'll be your host today as we review the wonderful things that God did at our 2019 IPMI Annual Prayer Breakfast. This marks 23 years of faithfulness. Okay, so hopefully you can use all of those. I will send this. I'm sending it to you now. You'll see this, but hopefully you can use all this. Please let me know if you can't. But like I said, I did both this and I did voiceover. Therefore, if you need to interchange one or two, that's totally fine. All right. Love you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you for allowing me to have this opportunity, Reverend Gabadon, and the whole IPMI team. We love you. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.